Hello! Today we'll be talking about Skorupi, the only bug poison Pokemon as of the filming of this. Its previous BYC dates are May 22nd, 1997, March 12th, 2000, January 1st, 2003, October 22nd, 2005, August 12th, 2008, June 3rd, 2011, March 24th, 2014, January 12th, 2017, November 3rd, 2019, and August 24th, 2022. I most know Skorupi from Pokepark Wii Pikachu's Adventure. I'm surprised we're talking about Skorupi in Gen 4, as I always thought it was a Gen 2 Pokemon. I guess it just fits in more with those designs than the Gen 4 designs to me. Anyway, let's get into the Bulbapedia article. Hello and welcome to the Bulbapedia section of the video. Today we'll be talking about Skorupi, the scorpion Pokemon whose number is 0451. This is what it looks like. Its type is Poison Bug. Since this is our first Poison Bug Pokemon, we'll point out the poison inside and the bug outside. Abilities, Battle Armor or Sniper. Keen Eyes, its hidden ability. Gender ratios, 50-50. Catch rates, 120 or 24.9%. Breeding is Egg Groups Bug and Water 3. Hatch time, 20 cycles. Height is 2'7" or 0.8 meters. Weight is 26.5 pounds or 12 kilograms. Base experience yield is 114 in Gen 4 and 66 in 5+. Leveling rate is slow. EV yield is 1 and defense. Shape is that. Footprint is that. Pokedex color is purple and base friendship is 70. Skorupi is a dual-type poison bug Pokemon introduced in Gen 4. It evolves to Drapion starting at level 40. Biology, Skorupi is a Pokemon which resembles an oversized, pale, purple scorpion. Its claws and tail have been swapped, giving it 2 stingers and a claw tail. The miniature jaws, claws, and tail claws are white. Its arms are attached directly to its head, close to its teal eyes. A pointed marking joins its eyes. The head, arms, 2 tail segments, and all 4 legs are light blue, while the body, tail end, and other 2 tail segments are a darker shade of blue. It buries itself in the sand and lies in wait for unsuspecting prey, gripping it with its tail, claws, and injecting poison. It will then hold on until the poison takes effect. However, it is capable of surviving for a year without nourishment. Skorupi is related to Sizzlipede through a common ancestor. Skorupi is found in deserts and dry areas like Reversal Mountain, though it can be found in marshy areas such as the Great Marsh. Skorupi is considered a highly dangerous Pokemon due to its lethal claws and poison. However, Skorupi cannot stand cold temperatures, becoming weaker when exposed. Evolution: Skorupi evolves to Drapion, so Skorupi, Drapion. Game data, NPC appearances, Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, Explorers of Sky. In the special episode, Igglybuff the Prodigy, Skorupi was a local bully that Wigglytuff, then an Igglybuff, befriended by giving him and his friend, Manette, the gummies they demanded, and also going with them to explore the murky forest. Pokedex entries in Gen 4. Diamond. It grips prey with its tail, claws, and injects poison. It tenaciously hangs on until the poison takes. Pearl. It lives in arid lands. It buries itself in sand and lies in wait for unsuspecting prey. Platinum. As soon as the tail claws close, its needle tips secrete poison. It can survive a year without food. Heart Gold and Soul Silver. It burrows under the sand to lie in wait for prey. Its tail claws can inject its prey with a savage poison. In Gen 5, Black and White is Platinum Sentry, Black 2 and White 2. It lives in arid regions and can go without food for a year while waiting for prey. In Gen 6, X is Diamond Sentry, Y is Heart Gold and Soul Silver's entry, Omega Ruby is Diamond and X's entry, Alpha Sapphire is Heart Gold, Soul Silver, and Y's entry. In Gen 8, and Sword. After burrowing into the sand, it waits patiently for prey to come near. This Pokemon and Sizzlipede share a common descent. Shield. It attacks using the claws on its tail. Once locked in its grip, its prey is unable to move as this Pokemon's poison seeps in. Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, their Diamond and Pearl counterparts. Legends Arceus. Its claws are not only razor sharp, but poisonous, making Skorupi a highly dangerous Pokemon. It seems to be weakened by cold temperatures, however. Game locations. Side game locations. Held items: Diamond, Pearl, Platinum, Heart Gold, Soul Silver, X, Y, Omega Ruby, Alpha Sapphire, Sword, Shield, Brilliant Diamond, and Shining Pearl has the Poison Barb 5% of the time. In Legends Arceus, for normal, it has the Black Tumblestone 35% of the time, Ball of Mud 15% of the time, and Grit items by level. Alpha, EXP Candy S 100% of the time, Seed of Mastery 10% of the time, and Grit items by level. I still don't know how the math works. Stats: base stats, HP 40, attack 50, defense 90, special attack 30, special defense 55, speed 65 for a total of 330. Pokeathlon stats: type effectiveness, damage normally by normal, ground, ghost, steel, water, electric, ice, dragon, and dark, weak to flying, rock, fire, and psychic, all for double, immune to nothing, resistant to fighting, and grass for a fourth, and poison, and bug, and fairy, all for half. Learn set by leveling up in Sword and Shield and Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. 1. Poison Sting and Leer, 3. Hone Claws, 6. Fell Stinger, 9. Poison Fang, 12. Bite, 15 Toxic Spikes, 18 Bug Bite, 21 Venoshock, 24 Knockoff, 27 Scary Face, 30 Pin Missile, 33 Toxic, 36 Night Slash, 39 Cross Poison, 42 X-Scissor, 45 Acupressure, and 48 Crunch. In Legends Arceus, at 1 it learns Poison Sting and masters it at 10, at 6 it learns Bite and masters it at 15, at 11 it learns Venoshock and masters it at 20, at 18 it learns Cross Poison and masters it at 28, at 25 it learns Swords Dance and masters it at 35, at 34 it learns X-Scissor and masters it at 45, and at 43 it learns Crunch and masters it at 54. By TM/TR and Sword and Shield, TM07, Pin Missile, 15 Dig, 16 Screech, 21 Rest, 23 Thief, 24 Snore, 25 Protect, 26 Scary Face, 31 Attract, 33 Rain Dance, 34 Sunny Day, 39 Facade, 43 Brick Break, 48 Rock Tomb, 57 Payback, 58 Assurance, 59 Fling, 73 Cross Poison, 74 Venoshock, 76 Round, and 94 False Swipe. For the TRs, TR00 Swords Dance, 12 Agility, 20 Substitute, 22 Sludge Bomb, 26 Endure, 27 Sleep Talk, 31 Iron Tail, 32 Crunch, 33 Shadow Ball, 37 Taunt, 54 Toxic Spikes, 57 Poison Jab, 58 Dark Pulse, 60 X-Scissor, and 61 Bug Buzz. In Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, TM06 Toxic, 11 Sunny Day, 12 Taunt, 17 Protect, 18 Rain Dance, 23 Iron Tail, 28 Dig, 30 Shadow Ball, 31 Brick Break, 32 Double Team, 36 Sludge Bomb, 39 Rock Tomb, 40 Aerial Ace, 41 Torment, 42 Facade, 44 Rest, 45 Attract, 46 Thief, 54 False Swipe, 56 Fling, 58 Endure, 62 Bug Buzz, 66 Payback, 70 Flash, 75 Swords Dance, 79 Dark Pulse, 81 X-Scissor, 82 Sleep Talk, 84 Poison Jab, 87 Swagger, 90 Substitute, 93 Cut, 96 Strength, and 98 Rock Smash. By breeding in Sword and Shield, this group gives it Confused Ray, this group gives it Sand Attack, this group gives it Slash, and this group gives it Whirlwind. In Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, this group gives it Agility, this group gives it Confused Ray, this group gives it Night Slash, this group gives it Poison Tail. From the Grand Underground, this group gives it Sand Attack, this group gives it Screech, this group gives it Slash, and this group gives it Whirlwind. By tutoring in Sword and Shield and Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl, and the Sword and Shield expansion pass, it can get Skitter Smack. It's a physical, bug-type move. Its power is 70, accuracy is 90%, and BB haha is 10. In Legends Arceus, it can get Aerial Ace, Aqua Tail, Dark Pulse, False Swipe, Iron Tail, Poison Jab, Rest, Rock Smash, Shadow Ball, Sludge Bomb, and X-Scissor. By transfer from another generation, 4 through 7 Aerial Ace and Aqua Tail, 4 Captivate, that doesn't work anymore, 6 and 7 Confide, 5 and 6 Cut, 4 through 7 Double Team and Feint Attack doesn't work anymore, 4 through 6 Flash, that doesn't work anymore, 4 through 7 Frustration, that doesn't work anymore, 4 Fury Cutter and Headbutt, 4 through 7 Hidden Power, that doesn't work anymore, 6 and 7 Infestation, 4 Mud Slap and Natural Gift doesn't work anymore, 5 through 7 Poison Tail, 4 through 7, Pursuit and Return, neither work anymore. 5 and 6, Rock Smash. 4 and 6, Secret Power, that doesn't work anymore. 5 and 6, Strength and Struggle Bug. 4 through 7, Swagger and Torment. And 5 through 7, Twin Needle, that doesn't work anymore. Side game data, you got all this. Pokemon Ranger, Shadows of Olmia in the browser entry. It spits poison needles and a poisonous fluid to attack. Guardian Signs. It releases poison that makes Pokemon tired. Got all this. Pokepark Wii, Pikachu's Adventure, the Pokepark bad entry. Skorupi guards the ruins in the Granite Zone. He gave you a tip on how to open the secret door. You got all this. New Pokemon Snap in the Photodex entry. Skorupi often hides in the sand, waiting for its chance to catch a meal. It's a very patient Pokemon that can survive for long stretches of time without food. Evolution data, Skorupi, level 40, Drapion. Sprites here, so a little bit different in the eyes. That's probably the big difference. Just kind of like pupils rather than this complex eye here. And probably just more simplified all around. Yeah. It's shiny is red. That's interesting. Platinums, you get this different one. You get a little bit more complicated eye. Not quite that eye yet, but yeah, it's at least got a pupil. In Gen 5, you get the full back sprites. In Gen 6, you get the models. And then, I guess, the lighter colors. Plus, you get the big eyes you see in the art. In Gen 7, not really much changes. In Gen 8, in Sword and Shield, you get the much better models. In Legends Arceus, you get these models. Homes, you get these models. In animation, Skorupi in Pokemon the series, XY. Got all this. In the manga, Skorupi in Pokemon Adventures. In the TCG. Trivia, Skorupi is the only dual-type bug/poison Pokemon to have poison as its primary type instead of its secondary type. Skorupi is also the only Pokemon to have the bug type changed upon evolution. Skorupi and Drapion are the only Gen 4 Pokemon with an insectoid body. Skorupi and Drapion are also the only Gen 4 Pokemon in the Water 3 egg group. Origin, Skorupi appears to be based on a scorpion. It has some characteristics that resemble a vine Garoon, a similar arachnid. Its Water 3 egg group designation may be a reference to the ancient group of arthropods known as sea scorpions that used to inhabit the oceans and may have been the ancestors of modern scorpions. Skorupi and Skorupi appear to be shortenings of scorpion. Now the languages... External links, let's move on. Now let's watch Skorupi's first scene in the anime. Hello and welcome to the anime portion of the video. Today we are watching episode 565, A Trainer and Child Reunion. In this episode, the Elite Four member Aaron is practicing with his Pokemon, and his Drapion has just hit the bullseye. Yeah.
Shot, Drapion!
Skorupi.
Vespiquen! Use Slash now!
Okay. That is Skorupi's first scene in the anime. Let's move on. Now let's see why other people love Skorupi. Now let's look at fan art. Hello and welcome to the fan art section of the video. Now we're sent in fan art, so instead we're looking at DeviantArt fan art. For those of you who aren't familiar with the series, what we do is we go through these images until we find an image that doesn't contain a Skorupi. This first one is Skorupi by _. So Skorupi, grass/ground. I guess it's supposed to be an alternate version of Skorupi here. Very interesting. It's like a part plant instead of the stinger. Then we got Skorupi Family, commissioned by Darky Lights. So we've got 3 Skorupi here. We got 2 regular and 1 shiny. Drapion and Trapinch. Fun. Very well done. Then we've got SL, Forest Life. This first image is of this alternate form of Breloom here with shiny Igglybuff and a shadow Ladybug. And then we got the Skorupi in the second image watching over this scene, or I don't know if it's commanding it maybe. The shadow Cascoon here, even though it looks more colored like a Silcoon. This Durant here that I guess is something called a closed heart Durant, I don't know. And then this Relor here. Very interesting. Very well done. Then we've got Skittles and Diablo by Bezo Buzz. So I guess they're Skorupi and Drapion. Yes. So we got Skittles. Skittles has an almost always good attitude. He gets anxious when meeting new Pokemon and trying something new. Skittles always sticks close to Diablo. He's on the autism spectrum. Diablo is tough and always ready to battle despite that he is gentle around those he knows and cares for. Diablo has a special relationship with another Drapion named Orion. As far as he's aware, he isn't neurodivergent. These 2 are brothers. Diablo is the oldest, and Skittles is the youngest. Very well done. And we've got Skorupi, Ice Regional Variant by Stormagale. So this, you got the original art, and then there's sort of ice variant. That's fun, where it's all like ice crystals. Yeah. Skorupi, Regional Variant Ice. Very well done. We've got Pokesona by Bezo Bub. So, Shipey, she, her. Pokemon Sona prefers to chill than battle. Can and will punch you. Back has blanket, water, snacks, a book, anxiety meds, just in case. And then we got this interesting design here. Then we've got Skorupi by Sonic Mega Batman, 274. So this nice, sort of more blue Skorupi here. A very well hand-drawn image, yeah. This is just a literature post, so we'll move on. Thanks to everyone who submitted fan art. I'll be streaming tonight at 8 p.m. CET, Central Daylight Time. While we're trying to get Latios, Beldum, Camerupt, Catch Kakuna, Pidgeotto, Graveler, Onyx, Seadra, Scyther, Porygon, Sharpedo, Snorunt, Bagon, Kyogre, Groudon, Rayquaza, Deoxys, Baneri, and 2 Slowpoke and Clamperl, Evolve, Kakuna into Beedrill, Pidgeotto into Pidgeot, Kadabra into Alakazam, Graveler into Golem, Onyx into Steelix, Seadra into Kingdra, Scyther into Scizor, Porygon into Porygon 2, Swablu into Altaria, Snorunt into Galele, Bagon all the way to Salamence, Beldum all the way to Metagross, Baneri into Lopunny, 1 Slowpoke into Slowbro, the other Slowpoke into Slowking, 1 Clamperl into Huntail, and the other Clamperl into Gorobus. And Mega Evolve, Latios, Sceptile, Swampert, Beedrill, Pidgeot, Slowbro, Steelix, Sableye, Sharpedo, Camerupt, Altaria, Glalie, Salamence, Metagross, Kyogre, Groudon, Rayquaza, and Lopunny. Tomorrow we'll be talking about Drapion. As always, this is my proper outfit, and you'll see me tomorrow in my green tie.